Go.
Hi, I'm Petra. I'm the leader of the War on Abuse movement, and this is my third video in a series I'm doing to show my solidarity with the Bahraini people and their movement for freedom within the Arab Spring. I was inspired to do this video by a post I did this week, over the last week or two, when I go to the forums in Facebook to try and, give my opinions or post things. I'm getting beaten back by a lot of anti-American bashing sentiment, and I'm getting beaten back. And I see other Americans doing the same, trying to support you guys, and they're getting beaten back. And I really need to discuss with you the image of your movement, because perception and image is everything. I had somebody, after I did the first video, say, well, why don't you do a video and tell the Americans all these things? I did a video. I was your cheerleader. I was trying to get Americans to get interested, but it's not working because when we try to get interested, we're beaten back. Now, you guys say that, well, those aren't Bahraini people, and we support the American people, and da-da-da-da. But whether they're Bahraini or Pakistani or wherever they're from, they're hurting your cause. They're making you lose support because we're coming there trying to be friendly and we're getting beaten back. These forums are meant to discuss the problems that are going on in Bahrain, not to sit there and vent about the U.S. But because we can't get past that and get to the real issue of why you guys are dying, let's just address these problems once and for all. Get them out the way, and then we can get to the real business of helping the Bahraini people. I wrote down a few. How do you expect us to bow down to the U.S. and support them when you guys are imperialists and you kill Muslims and you're in the Middle East? We don't. We don't expect you to. But you can't change those things. You're not going to change those things in the next couple of months or weeks. In the meantime, you guys are dying. These things are not going to change. Why do you guys have a double standard? I explained very clearly in my first video why there's a double standard. Well, you only help countries when you have an interest. Yes. Okay. So to cover all these things, yes, we are guilty as charged. We are opportunists. We like money. We care about ourselves. Look, I look outside my window, and you know what I see? I see an SUV, which is a big, huge car with rims on it. You know what rims are? They're wheel covers. They can cost up to $4,000. And it costs about $100 of Saudi oil to put in that gas tank. How the hell am I going to get them interested in you if you guys are hating on them? They're too comfortable. Okay? We're guilty. We're guilty. We are the best at killing people. We are Rome. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. You can't sit there and wish that the world was the way you want it and not deal with the world the way it is. The Bahraini government deals with the world the way it is. They know that we've got something they need. They know they can silence us because their grip on us through Saudi oil and our naval base. I'm sorry, it's the way it is. Stop talking about why is it the way it is and wishing it was different. It's not helping your cause. I think, and I thought this was a weird thing to think before, but I saw it on the Libya forum. People that supported Muammar Gaddafi used to get on our Libya forums, and they would argue so bad and bash Americans so bad and fight so viciously. They closed down forums, and they drove away all these Americans. But you know what? The Libyans did a lot of things right, and I'm going to address that a little later. Let me explain. Now, you guys also say, well, we're talking about the American people. We like the American people, but we don't like the government. Well, you know what? Your leaders are messed up and our leaders are messed up, but there are messed up leaders. They're ours. The way we are raised is we defend our country and we defend our country's honor with our life if necessary. Basically, you threaten my president, you threaten my country, I will kill you myself. This is how we are. We can't change this. Stop trying to change this. There are messed up leaders. All messed up leaders are messed up, You can't sit there and say that because 98% of the Americans, which you need behind you, are going to say, well, they hate us. Why should we help us? Why should we help them? And then you say you don't need us. We are the problem. We are the problem. Us buying Saudi oil for that SUV is your problem. Us having that Navy base over there is your problem. Your problem is us. Don't say you don't need us. What would the Libyans have done if they said, well, we don't need you. We don't need NATO. Come on, guys. That's your government talking, trying to get rid of us, trying to get us to divert our attention, because they know our vote counts, and they know if we get riled up in a frenzy and they get Anderson Cooper talking about it and won't leave it alone, there's going to be action. They know that. They deal with the world the way that the world is not the way they wish it would be. But I'm going to get back to Libya and say a few more things before I close out. I wish you guys would really study the way that they did it. They went in. The first thing you see is Libyans shooting up in the air, wasting ammunition, wasting bullets, and just running after an armed, organized Gaddafi force that had been training and have military experience for years. They just got slaughtered. Then they backed up and said, okay, well, this isn't working. Now they're in boot camp. Now they're doing things right. They formed a council. Now you guys send me an email. Well, we have the council. Where's the council? Well, our leaders are locked up. You know what? You're going to have to get some other leaders to put together some sort of council to deal with the situation until they get out and they can join them. I mean, where is this council? And another thing that they did was, they didn't sit there and say, well, we don't need you, da-da-da-da-da. Now, if it's not you saying that, you need to block these people from your forums. You need to get them out because they're hurting you. Before we did the no-fly zone, they would go into the streets of Misrata and Benghazi. They would fly French flags. They would fly American flags. They would say, we love you, please help us, please help us. And then they went for the jugular. They had little boys in the street with little signs that said, Mama Clinton, please help me. In 4 days after we saw that on the news, we were bombing Gaddafi strongholds. So, you know what? Please see how they did things. And you know what? Gaddafi's gone. He's going to be gone in, I would say, within a month. Because, Cameron and Obama already agreed that they're not going to give up on him. And NATO, like it or not, NATO is the United States. It's our guns. It's our money. So you can't say you don't need us. You do need us. And it's a very complicated problem. If I've explained it on video 1. Go back and refer to that video. You're not going to lose my support. You're not going to lose me. But you need 1 million of me. You need 3 million of me. So let's work to try and not drive away your support. And also, in closing, I cannot do a demonstration in California, either in Los Angeles or San Francisco. I would like to participate in one to bring awareness to not only the freedom movement of the Bahrainis, but the situation with the women being, the mass rapes and the abductions of, women and children, female children. But I can't lead this protest. You won't get the respect if I lead it. I need some Bahraini people. I can help promote it, and I can attend it, and I can even speak at it. But I can't do it. But, I'll help in any way I can. So if you're interested in doing this, hit me on Facebook, Petra Luna, my main page, or my fan page. So the fan page says Petra Luna Fan Club. So hit me over there and let me know how many people would be interested in trying to do something like this for the Bahraini people and the plight of the women in Bahrain. Thank you so much. I'm Petra Luna.